Hello from the dung heap, everybody. These are my friends. A lot of
Hi,
them.
friends.
There he is. Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
And we're live. Hello. SPTV. Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good to see you all coming in. Here we are again. It is Tuesday morning. Is that right? I lose track. Oh, not Tuesday. Thursday morning. See, I told you I lose track of the days. Yay, I'm glad you all catching alive here. Hey, Nat Cat, right off the bat. Hey there. Great to see you. So good to see you all coming in. I'll do some greetings in a minute. I just wanted to lay a little groundwork of what we're going to talk about today. Many of you know by the title, we're going to talk about what it means to be in a cult, what is a cult, and are you in one? Are we in one? Am I in one? Are you in one? Okay. Last night it was a little bit of levity, a lot of bit of levity. I just kind of processed that announcement about the Aftermath Foundation board member who stepped down. It was a little ridiculous how she did it and what was said. And, we've talked about it. A lot of people have talked about it. But there was, some accusations that we're in a cult, the cult of Arontology, or whatever you want to call it. And, when those things happen, my first inclination is to just laugh it off or to deal with it with levity, because heavy situations, sometimes that's how I process things. But then, you know what? Last night, after the video that we did, and we had a lot of fun because we had Sarasota Jerry and Feral Cheryl on, and it still at the same time is kind of a serious thing. And when someone says something to me, and there was some comments, one in particular on the video afterwards, after my stream last night, basically saying that I didn't have any understanding of what a cult is, and that basically, I'm in one, and proceeded to tell me what for. And, when someone makes those types of accusations, instead of just being like, oh, they're full of crap, a lot of times what I do is I kind of ponder it a little bit. That's why I call these morning musings, right? I don't just take someone's word for something. I don't take my own word for something. I don't even take my friend's word for it. I start to ponder and to muse about it, and I look things up. That's usually what I do. I look things up. So I'd like to go back to basics and go over the bite model, right? And I will use my own cult and probably Scientology as well, and any other situations that you all want to throw out to me from your own cult survivor experience. Abusive relationship could be an MLM. It could be any situation where there was a high control group or you felt controlled. So I want to go through the bite model together. But first of all, I do want to make some announcements. I'm really excited about the chat-a-thon coming up on Saturday night. And we have a lot of great people coming on. And I made a little flyer because I guess I'm the kind of the secretary, organizer, whatever of it all. And Poe and Chad, they just have to be hosts and just look pretty. As I tell them, they're the eye candy. So I'll show you the flyer. I did put it up on the community page, and please go there and share it onto, if you're a creator, share it onto your channels. That would be great. and I put it in the Facebook groups. So let's get the word out. It's for to benefit the SBTV Foundation. And like I said last night, as they say, I don't know who they are, but the best revenge, and it's somebody famous that said it. You can look it up. I want to think who said it. But the who coined it. The best revenge is success and happiness. So we're gonna have a successful chatathon. And I just know it. I just know it. So I do want to like I said, just get down back to basics and get serious today and talk about things in a real way. And I did listen to Natalie's stream. I'm always listening to her stream while I'm getting ready and dealing with the dogs and getting ready for this and running around. And um, I I really took to heart what she said about having I guess what I would call compassion, having concern for Stephanie. It doesn't seem very healthy the way she's reacting to this and how she is obsessed with Aaron and bringing him down. I do wish her the best. I really hope that she does get help. Honestly, I think she does need help. And hey, if she's listening today, maybe maybe she'll learn about the bite model and think about it, maybe possibly apply it to herself and maybe some influences that are negative in her life and that maybe she's being influenced and used for a purpose that she shouldn't be used for. So anyways, I just want to pop up this flyer real quick and show y'all. Here it is. It's on my community page and I'll just read it to you real quick. So it says announcement, a 10-hour chatathon to benefit the SBTV Foundation will kick off this Saturday, May 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Here are the guests who have confirmed so far. We hope you can join us for a night of fun and laughter as we come together to support this great cause. Please share this post and help spread the word. And this is the flyer. It says SBTV Foundation Chatathon 2024. And Poe on the Go gets creds for this. This is his thumbnail, and I used it for the heading for this flyer. It says 10-hour fundraiser to benefit the SBTV Foundation, Saturday, May 25th at 8 p.m. And that's Eastern. I should put Eastern there, to Sunday, May 26th at 6 a.m. Eastern, hosted by Clearwater Chad, Poe on the Go, and Marilyn Honig. And here are the special guests that we have so far. We've got Jamie Mustard, Miriam Francis, Farrell Cheryl, Sarasota Jerry, Dusty Soda Fountain. Dusty Soda Fountain, that's funny. Hope the soda fountain's not dusty. JDSA, Bobby Joe Kellogg, Nasty Nathaniel, Lori Plays, Pinche Becky, Pearl Snappy, I would say it like that, Selfless Self, Nance Drew, Dan Walks LA, Saul Goodman, Cultology Twins, which is Doctor Who Heather, our very own mod here, and also the wonderful Summer Savage. And we got Barb, the tattoo warrior, and inappropriate heifer, yay, Susie Oberholtz, Pop Grimmer 20, and Simply Good. So I am super excited about it. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat, and please put a question or comment, and I will try to spot them as much as I can. So that'll be good to get your input. And yeah, so here we are. I am so excited. I'm just starting some things as I go along. All right. Let me stop screen here and get up my next thing I want to show you. But I do want to do some greetings first. I did get some feedback about the channel, this channel will be a year old next month, the 16th of June. And almost half of you said that you do like to have these commentaries of me talking about things that seem important to the community, right? And so I do want to go over what is a cult and talk about it. Also, I got maybe one or two people that don't like me doing the greetings. I totally understand. If you're watching on the replay, please bear with me. You can fast forward the next few minutes. I totally understand. And please leave a comment and like and subscribe if you haven't. That'd be wonderful. So I really do appreciate our replay crew, but I also think it's important to engage the chat. So um, I would like your input either way, what you think about that, but I really do like to greet people. So let me just get the other thing up. Okay, let's do this. So good to see you all. Thank you all for being here. We've got oh hell no, and that is Sin from Simply Good, also known as oh hell no. I might have to catch on the replay. See, there we go, another replay. I might catch the tail end of the stream. All right. Thank you for wishing us a good morning. Awesome. Ison says, if this is a cult, I'm happy to be part of it. All right, then. Here we go. This is, I call him Oh George because I always say, Oh George. Oh George says, please pay homage to, or homage, is it homage or homage? To the supreme ruler of the dung heap with a like and subscribe. Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you. I guess I'm just the supreme ruler of the dung heap, and that's okay with me. That's okay with me. Davlin88 says, nice. All right, then. Thank you. Pippi Longstocking Forever. Great to see you. Happy to catch you live. Have been on the replay crew for a while. Hello, everyone. Hello there, Pippi. Awesome. Constance June. I think this might be another busy day in SPTV land. Yes, I think you're right. And we've got Kansas Esky Gal. Great to see you in lurking mode, mowing the yard. Yeah, ours is really growing too. Dunk's been running around getting air conditioners put in, and the pool has the what do you call it, solar panels going to warm it up. So, yep, we are in summer mode. Pretty exciting. We got Stay Spiria, Mischief Managed. Hello. Good to see you all. All right. And from a poet, hey poet, good to see you. Candace, also known as Mark Barker. Summer Savage, hey, there you are. You're awake, yay. Good to see you. I'm excited about Saturday night. And we got Farrell Cheryl. It was so much fun hanging out with you and Jerry last night. Morning, Marilyn, and Lovelies in the chat. And she'll be in the chatathon as well. See Kim Collins, hey there. Ms. Janie, I love that. I'm so glad to see you all. If I missed anybody, I'm sure I missed a lot of people. Tina McBride, Tia Maria. Oh, we got a question. Let's see. I'm just starting some things. Chatathon on May 25th for the SPTV fundraiser. Please be there or be square. Yes. Be there or be squirrel. Consensually, because we're not in a cult. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there, really. We'll still be friends. Tip 45, good to see you. See you. Martha Simons, hey there. We got Free Xenu Project of Farsec. Good morning, Free Xenu. So good to see you. Just going down, trying to catch up here. All right, I got some things started that we will talk about. Yep. Thank you for all your input, you guys. A lot of wisdom here. Tia Maria. Okay, something I can understand. I don't get this cult thing as I haven't experienced a high control group, just a couple of very abusive relationships. Yeah, I think there are a lot of parallels. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got Sophia with the seal glass. Yay! So glad you're here. Awesome. Susie's going to be there. Yes, Susie. I'm so excited. Awesome. Force of delightful nature. So many SPTV creators are natural leaders, I think. So when one person feels the need to be the only person who has power, this person will be met with resistance. Power can be shared. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's called YouTube for a reason, right? Because you can tube. Anybody, YouTube can tube. And yeah, there's no reason for one person to have power. And I personally don't think that's the case, just because someone has a big channel or a bigger channel doesn't mean that they have power over anybody, you know. Um, Ellie Valley B comment, great to be on a flyer that's not one of those wanted ones. Yeah, that's always good. That's always good. Good morning, Shelly Kelly. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you all for being here. Nikki Nuna. Corn Freak, do you have a cutoff for the guests held here? And I will be in a Chicago hotel after protesting Saturday. We could call in. You could pop in. Let's talk, because I have an hour slot for the protesters, and right now I've got 7 on screen with Chad and I. It can get a little bit chaotic, but yeah, we'll talk. There are some slots in the middle of the night, which I know is really late, and it's a little bit hard to fit people in, but yeah, I'm definitely open. We'll see what we can do. Fluffer Squirrel UK, hi there, sweetheart. So good to see you. So good to see you. It reminds me, I want to email you about something. And we got Real for Life, Kim D, new member. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining or rejoining, whichever. Really, really appreciate that. I love it when I get a new cub. It's amazing. Janet from Another Planet, hi there. Sneaking chat while working. Okay, we won't tell anybody, Corn. We won't tell anybody. Candy's Life, hey, good to see you. Okay, I think I'm caught up. So I got some start, and I'll get to those in a little bit. But just hang tight for a minute. I want to just share a little bit from the bite model. I'm going to pop that up, and I want to go through some examples from my own experience. And please, oh, there's a witch on the floor. Morning, awesome, yeah. I want to go through some experiences, and you please, if you have a comment or a question, put comment or question, and I would love to hear from you as well, from any of your experiences. And I'll try to get to as many as I can. So let me share screen here. Sorry, I gotta close some windows. I have so much going on here. Okay. One of these days, I won't be fumbling so much. There we go. Okay. So this is Stephen Hassan's bite model, and he has a website called Freedom of Mind, and he also wrote a book called Mind Control. Forgot the whole title, but great book. And he actually got his doctorate, and I believe this was his thesis, is this bite model. And I think the motivation behind it was to actually, I got a new notification. That's funny. Was to actually get it into a cohesive model, so that the courts can pick it up and the lawmakers can use this as a consideration or rubric for things like trafficking, human trafficking. So I think it's a great model, and I want to go through some of the points on it, because this is one of the things that really helped me to deconstruct what happened to me. And again, we can apply this to not only a full-blown destructive, scary cult, but also maybe some nuances. So, okay, we've got bite model, the B being behavior, right? And on here it says control of physical environment, rigid rules, rewards and punishments, dependence, and obedience. And so, in my case, the control of physical environment was a definite, because we were actually in a commune type situation. We were in a living situation where our time was controlled, our eating was controlled, our sleeping was controlled, pretty much our schedule was totally controlled. Rigid rules, absolutely. I mean, we had to measure out four ounces of orange juice if we weren't fasting that day. We had to wash toilets a certain way, wash walls a certain way, have a strict schedule. Um, Rewards and punishments. This one's very interesting, and I'm going to minimize this for a second. So, the rewards and punishments, when I started to study about things like gaslighting and narcissism and the characteristics of a narcissist, I'm no psychologist, but Marlene Sweeney really does fit the bill on a lot of those characteristics. And one thing she would do was you'd have these intermittent rewards and would really keep you off balance, right? And there were times when I thought I was doing really, really badly. Like, oh my God, I'm struggling with this. I'm terrible about that. I really suck. And she she would all of a sudden say, "You're doing great." And often the reward would be a lot of praise, some privileges, some extra responsibility, some what we called exaltation. And then there were times when I thought I was really trying hard and doing okay. I mean, I've always known from a very young child that I'm not perfect and I'm full of faults, right? But I thought, I think I'm doing pretty good. She would cut me down. Um, and it was often things that wasn't necessarily something I was actually doing, but she would say she knew my thoughts because the Lord told her that I had hidden rebellion. So, sorry, I just lost my little place here. Um, the other thing was dependence and obedience. Yeah, I got dependent on her, and so did a lot of the people in the we called it the inn because it was an old coach inn, the live-in ministry people that were there, housemates. I remember one of them would literally lay outside the door of her apartment and wait for her to come out and give him guidance and tell him what to do. And it was so, so sad. And he unfortunately was a friend that I recruited into the cult. He's still a member. He's on the board. And at one point, he had fasted for 10 days, I think, to get her approval. It was just so sad. And I literally watched people have nervous breakdowns. It was just awful. So I don't take the thing where people say, "Oh, you're in a cult." I don't take that lightly. I really don't, because I've experienced a cult and this ain't it. This ain't it. Just say it. Having a YouTube channel, and I don't have to report to anybody. Aaron doesn't know I'm on right now. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. Unless he looks at the website, he might know I'm on, whatever. But definitely, I don't report to anybody, and I say what I want to say. And, even if I wanna talk about, what happened last night, I did, and if I still want to, I will. But I do wanna, just go through a few more of these things. So we got behavior, information. They have deception, propaganda, discourages access to outside sources of information, insider/outsider doctrine. Absolutely, all those things. The propaganda, we had to sit at night. That's why I would crochet so much and listen to these tapes, just indoctrinating you into the way that Marlene wanted you to think. A lot of hellfire and brimstone, a lot of self-loathing. That is something that completely dominated my time at Door of Hope. And still, there's times when I have to think about it and say, "Hey, I still sometimes fall back into those thoughts or those patterns." And, you know, I'm no better or no worse than anyone else, and there's no sense in loathing yourself because guess what? You're stuck with yourself and I'm stuck with myself. So, you know, we gotta love ourselves to love anyone else. That's what I've heard many times, and I think it's true. Discouraging access to outside sources of information. And as you guys know, I'm always looking up everything. I'm always talking to people. I'm always pondering things because I don't want to have an echo chamber. I don't want to have one way of thinking. I want to be open to other schools of thought. And I really try to do that. And I was so isolated and I had to sneak to sometimes read the newspaper or even look at the news, and definitely not movies and music. That was evil. That was evil. And like I said about your thoughts, right? Um, there's a certain way of thinking that I adopted out of just sheer, I won't say necessity because I didn't have to be there, but I had chosen to be there and I felt trapped. I felt trapped. And so I would, it says thought stopping techniques. Oh, let me put that up again so that you can see what I'm talking about. So we went through behavior, information, and now we're into thought. Um, the thought stopping techniques, I would actually do them to myself because I had been programmed so many times to listen to like these cliches or doctrines that would tell you, oh, just trust God, or God don't, something like God, no, only God knows, or whatever. You'll find out someday. So I just would, or have faith, never to ask. Sorry about these notifications. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't usually get those, but anyways, yeah. So the thought thing, the all or nothing, good or evil, us versus them dogma, that's something that also dominated my thinking. And I was afraid to go out into the quote real world. And anyone that Marlene deemed evil, it didn't want me to talk to, I would have to basically shun them and not go near them and not talk to them. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna just remove that because I'm getting a lot of notifications today. Usually I don't get any on Facebook, and that's what I'm using to show you guys this. And it says encouraging only good and proper thoughts. And who decides that? The leadership or the cult leader. Okay. Also emotional, and this is really interesting because this is definitely something that across the board is applied in cults, and I think in I hate to use the word grooming, but in grooming techniques and abusive relationships is this thing about feeling chosen or special, right? And that goes along with the love bombing. So you get to where you're dependent and you count on approval from that person that you're looking to. Guilt and manipulation. Yeah, that's a given. The gaslighting, the guilt. Like if you cared about me, you would listen to me, or you would do what I say. You know, Emotion blocking techniques. Um, Absolutely. I saw, like, could physically see people just zoning out or even disassociating from their body because they couldn't handle what was being asked of them, or what was being you know them being programmed to think. um the other one is phobia indoctrination, being afraid of what's out there, being afraid of someone who doesn't think the way you think. Us versus them. Yeah, I'm gonna go through your comments. I gotta put this up. Oh, okay. Here she is. Here she is. Marlene Sweeney. Sorry, I got so flustered. Marlene Sweeney, just trust me. I speak to God. You don't get to speak to God. You have to deal with middlemen like me. Yeah, Marlene. Yeah, that is exactly what she told me. Oh my goodness. I can't be serious for very long. I just love to laugh. I just love it. So, Aaronism, no thought phobia. Sharon, hi there. Welcome, welcome. Marlene, Marlene, spatula. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are funny. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I can give many examples of that, but honestly, it was almost humorous that someone commented and said, like, "Oh, I don't think you understand," 'cause, like, I guess people like to mansplain to me, maybe because I seem a little ditzy or something. It's like, "Honey, you don't know what a cult is." I'm like, "I don't? Okay, well, I spent the last 17 years deprogramming from one, so I kinda think I do." And, not to say that situations can't be culty. I think, anything can be culty. The SBTV, yeah, it can probably be a little culty at times, and everyone needs to look out for that. Absolutely. And what's funny is I was thinking about an interview that I saw or listened to with Stephen Hassan, and he was jokingly saying that he's in a scuba diving cult, and he said he bumps into somebody like an airplane or something that's into scuba diving, all of a sudden the people around them have no idea what they're talking about because they're talking about equipment and techniques and all this. And you really have to delve into it and know what you're talking about. It is sort of like joining a cult, but not a harmful one. But there is like a culture. It's a culture, and they really have to learn because you can die. I mean, that's probably the last thing I would ever want to do is scuba dive. Scuba dive. That's not my thing at all. So yeah, you really have to know your stuff to do that. So all right. Just starting some things. Thank you guys for being here and for all your comments. Free Xenu Project, a Farsight question. Marilyn, when you were deep into believing when you were in your cult, do you remember at any point thinking, this isn't right, or she has to be lying, something to those effects? Yeah, it took a while to even allow myself to think those thoughts or to let them kind of germinate or land, in my mind, because I would have this fleeting thought. And of course, we were trained to be like, oh, that's the devil, or that's my flesh nature, my sin nature, or that's spirit of whatever lying to me. But I think the thing that was a turning point, not only when, my daughter, they performed 2 exorcisms on my daughter, which I knew was wrong. Also, when I saw the hypocrisy, when I saw her telling us not to have an opinion, not to have any goals, not to have any preferences, not even like I didn't even know what my favorite color was. I've talked about that before. I didn't I didn't know what I wanted for my life because it was God's will, and ultimately, it was really Marlene's will. She dictated where you went, who you talked to, who you married, whether or not you went on vacation. Seriously, that was pretty much how where it got to. And when I saw her saying, not practicing what she was preaching, and I often give that silly example, but it was a turning point for me when she gave this big sermon about giving yourself over to God, going what she called the way of the cross, a lot of crazy nomenclature that she would use. But she would say, you should give all to God and not have any thought for yourself, not have any wishes or preferences or opinions. It all has to be the Holy Spirit working through you. And around that time, my husband and another gentleman in the church, an older gentleman who had a pension, had given quite a bit of money to Marlene to put a down payment on a new building because that one, the big old inn, we had to get out of. And she had Duncan come up 3 times and change the color of paint in her dining room and in her bedroom. And I was like, hold on a minute. This doesn't make sense because we're not supposed to have any preferences. We were wearing Goodwill clothes. We were just barely getting by with 3 kids, 1 income. I was homeschooling. So yeah, sometimes it's the little things that you're like, yeah, she's got to be lying. This isn't right. This isn't right. And so yeah, I started to very slowly think for myself. And Duncan and I, luckily, we did start to talk because we hadn't before that because we were afraid that I was never really afraid of him we call it narking, like tattling on me, but I was afraid to even voice my doubts. So yeah, that's how it started. So um I hope that answers your question. All right, let me get some more questions. Okay. Anna, question. Do you remember when Miriam called Aaron an a-hole on Rabbit and nobody attacked her? We are all such horrible call followers. That is true. That is true. Everybody has their own opinion, you know? And yeah, I was like, hey, that's all right, And I think if you asked Aaron, he probably would say, yeah, sometimes I can be. So yeah, I mean, it's a good point. Yeah, I don't think it's that we're in a cult because yeah, if I don't agree with Aaron, I don't mind telling him or telling you. It doesn't matter. I think that everybody has their own thoughts. If you agreed all the time with someone, that's not healthy. What married couple agrees? What friend group agrees all the time? yeah, I don't agree with my friends all the time. I still care about them and I'm not going to shun them or disassociate myself or disfellowship myself from them. I don't, and that's another thing with a cult is, and I remember Mike Rinder, I'm pretty sure it was him that would say this quite a few times, and I've heard other people say it too, was the earmarks of a cult. One of the number one telltale signs is what happens if you decide to leave. You know, what would happen if I just decided, guys, I just can't do this anymore. I don't, I just don't, I don't really like this, or I just need to get out. I know that my true friends would be like, listen, Marilyn, I totally understand. And we'll still be friends and we'll still keep in contact. And I still love you. I don't think it's like this thing where there's all or nothing, like you have to, be in lockstep all the time. Yeah. So, hey, Boldrill, great to see you, friend. Thank you for being there last night as well. Maybe the secret is to broaden our perspective beyond what would make us feel safe in a moment so we can do our part to help create a greater sense of safety for everyone we encounter. Yeah, I understand that. As far as like if you're saying to kind of get out of your own comfort zone in order to make other people feel safe as well. Like, yeah, I think that's what you're saying. And I understand that. And I think that even being able to talk about things and really, like I said, go back to basics. And sometimes I feel like I stick my neck out by talking about things that can be uncomfortable at times, but I do want people to feel safe, asking questions and just chatting about things. And we talked the other day about what is gossip. I'm not talking about anyone's personal life. I'm not talking about, I mean, I do joke around, do a little bit of trolling sometimes. We did have some Kool-Aid emojis last night, and they're still up because sometimes it's fun to joke, but I'm not trying to bully or attack anybody. If someone comes at me, yeah, sometimes I'll clap back, but it's a reaction, but I don't have any malice. I don't have any hatred towards anyone. I really don't. I'm not out to get anyone. I'm not out to see anybody fall. I don't delight in that. I really don't. So, Vicky Stewart said jealousy is such a sad characteristic. Yeah. Why can't we be happy for each other? Just be happy for people, Let people succeed, give them room to succeed. So, Kenny's live question, can I be stuck in the middle with you? Sure. Why not? Yeah. Constance June, I think Stephanie is a hurt person. Even said she went after the protesters because of trauma in her childhood. Well, and that's good if she recognizes that. And the thing is, we all have things, we all have things. So we don't know what she's been through. Not that it excuses poor behavior. It really, really doesn't. But yeah, we all have things, right? Nat Cat 180 comment, the us versus them mentality is clearly being used by Mike Rinder and Stephanie Hutchinson. Their behaviors show us that they use this manipulation tactic. Then they punish others that don't completely follow them 100%. I hear you. I hear you. I definitely see some traits in there, and I hope that Stephanie can break free from it. I really do. I really do. All right. All right. I'm just gonna go through and try to pick up some more comments. Okay. It's my channel, and I'll cry if I want to. Yes. So last night, it's my channel. I'll stream if I want to. If someone tells me not to make a video, I'm probably gonna make a video. I do have that rebellious spirit in me, and Marlene accused me of having, and I think she was right. I think she was right, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Although she would always take this one scripture from the Bible and twist it and say rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So it was rebellion against her, and it was like a witch hunt. It was like accusing you of having this demon, like the Salem witch trials in a way. It was like, Yeah, it was yucky and not fun. When do we start chanting Latin backwards? Never, hopefully. Hopefully never. Amy M. Comment, someone should do a thesis on Scientology and give it to all police departments and 3-letter agencies. I agree with that. Sounds good. Christine Carrington? Good to see you. Multitasking right now, listening to you and catching the final episode of Survivor 46. 46. Wow. That's awesome. All right. All right, just going through some of your comments. And I put a link in the description of the video for the bite model. And also there was an article called What is a Cult? And I think it was called How to Recognize a Cult and 10 Signs, 10 warning signs. So I will put that in there as well. Because, hey, I don't think it's ever a bad idea to stop and take stock, right? And examine things and ask yourself some difficult questions, get out of your comfort zone and think about it. So that's why I like to do that. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some comments here. I feel like I need to put some music. All right. Brittany Van Brakel, she, meaning Stephanie, is also Mike's self-appointed baby reindeer, single white female crazy protector. So some of this hatred is coming from Mike. Yeah, I really don't understand. I mean, I did watch Rabbit's evaluation of Piers, was it Piers Morgan's, his interview with the actual lady from Baby Reindeer. I don't totally understand all of it. It did seem really crazy. I guess I should watch it, but I'm a little bit afraid to, honestly. At some point I probably will, but I get the idea of it being like a obsessive thing, and it's not healthy. It doesn't seem healthy. And I do agree with the idea of Mike Rinder being behind some of this. I think that, again, just like the bite model, I'm not saying she's in a cult, but I am saying that I do see some things like trying to get Mike's approval, and if the several emails that he sent to me about Aaron is any telltale sign that he has a vendetta, he is hell-bent on bringing Aaron down. And I kept trying to steer the conversation in the emails to the issues about the Aftermath Foundation and what I was seeing about the behaviors and the ways that public charities should and shouldn't conduct themselves. And he just wanted to talk about Aaron and how terrible he was. And that was not my bag. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't think this is about Aaron. I really don't. And yeah, I'm sure Aaron would agree with that. He doesn't want it to be about him. Why else would he be so welcoming and help people? He doesn't control any of our channels, at least not mine. That's for darn sure. That's for my. All right. All right, I'm just trying to catch up again here. Everybody's chatty. Oh, there you are. Oh, hell no, done with PT. Hey, good to see you. I read your comment earlier. Glad you're back. So glad you're back. Breeders are culty. Oh, yeah. I guess I could see how that could be true sometimes. Yeah. Brittany, there's a huge difference between being a little culty and really into something than being in a full-blown cult where you are completely controlled, abused, and beat down. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's why it burns my biscuits, guys. It burns my biscuits when, as somebody obviously doesn't know where I came from and that or anything about me to just hop on my comments and just be like, oh, excuse me, you don't know what a cult is, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? Okay, well, I think I do. But yeah, just for the exercise, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a step back and examine that, you know? Um, if someone's not being super abusively rude and disrespectful, then I'll usually take into consideration what they have to say. So yeah, this sums it up for me, Mary. I'm in a yarn cult. Yeah, I really am too. Only danger is to my wallet, right? Well, you're not hurting anybody except your wallet. Yeah. Marlene Sweeney, you're allowed to have preferences. They just have to be the same as mine. Well, I'm sorry, but I could not afford your preferences because you had some really expensive taste that we had to finance. Just saying, Marlene. And just for the heck of it, let's do a Xenu Marlene. So cheers. So we got Marlene Sweeney. I haven't seen the burnt biscuit in a while. They used to be in my chat too. Cheers, everybody. Xenu Marlene. All right. Get that down. Joel McCoy comment, for someone who is supposed to be helpful to cult survivors, it's not a good look to throw the cult word around to insult others. Hey, Steph, think before you speak, or maybe just shut up. You know, Joel, you have so much wisdom. You just might drop it all over the place. You're right. You're right. Absolutely. And I think that's really insensitive and abusive to do that because she knows that Aaron started another foundation after the other one was taken over and he was booted out. Another foundation to help cult survivors, to help survivors of Scientology. And the people that she's attacking, many of them are survivors of Scientology. So pot or kettle, I mean, it's terrible to right, just throw that word around and accuse people of being in a cult. It's not very nice. Not very nice. Hey, Nance, how are you? Oh, did you text me? Oh, yay. Okay. All right. Um, Let me just catch up real quick. Cousin June, Aaron says sometimes he can be Rodney, but in real life too. He's real. He admits it. Yeah. Someone wants to accuse him of being a narcissist, whatever. At least he's self-aware. He's self-aware, and some people I don't think are self-aware, but he's not. I don't think he is. Everyone has traits that maybe they would like to work on. That's not great. No one's perfect, but it doesn't excuse bad behavior for anyone. Not me either. So, Pubgroomer 20 comment. I have a document in my Dropbox that lists most of the signs of a cult. Awesome. Yeah, I know you have a lot of great documents that you and flyers and everything. Love that. Yeah, if you want to send that to me, I can share that. Boogeyman. My daughter thinks your troll is Fungus the Boogeyman Incognito. I don't know who that is, but yikes. Blue Nonona, hating someone only hurts you. Yes, absolutely. Hurt people hurt people. That's right. Jen Nelson, I thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. Hello. And there were a few people I saw on the replay last night. I was looking at some of the comments, and that were having a hard time finding the link to join. It's actually right in the description of this video. So if anybody wants to join, it's $2.99 a month. You get lots of emojis. You get special videos sometimes, and yeah, I think it's a lot of fun on the dung heap. And you can become a cub. Oh my God. Speaking of, thank you, Nance. Oh my God. That's so sweet of you. Gifted 5. Oh, awesome. 5 more cubs. And if you got that, please say thank you to Nance. She's awesome. And I am going to send Nance. Are you ready for me? She wants to come on. And I've been wanting to have her on and to give another update to the update about her court case the other day. I think we got some really good news. So, oh, do we have? Oh, there you are, burnt biscuit. Well, they're not. They're a little toasty today, but not really burning. Good to see you, burnt biscuit. That's awesome. What more? Oh my god! Thank you so much, Constance June. Yay! Thank you so much. More Cubs. Say thank you to Constance June if you got that. You got that? Awesome. Eaglewood takes more energy to be negative. Absolutely. We got all the emojis. All right. Okay. Let me get that. I can't really text it to you, so I'm going to just put it in the chat. So this is for Nance. Let me get invite. I usually set it on Messenger or email, but let's see. East. Okay, that is for Nance. Susie, there you are. I love this community, and the community loves you, Susie. And I'm so excited that Susie's going to be on with us during the chatathon. I think you're a late night, right? You're a dirty stay up. I think Susie's on from 1 to 2 Eastern. I think so. I think that's what it is. There she is. I'm gonna pop Nance up. Stay up. Susie's on. Huh? 1 to 2 darling. Eastern. I think that's am I? There she is. Oh, I think you have me on.
I do. I'm trying
there
to.
There you are. Okay. I was like, my phone's outside.
Okay, so the echo's gone.
Yeah. Right. Hey there, darling. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. I have a little time before PT, but yeah, I just really wanted to, say thank you to you and the community. The funds were raised, and court went pretty well, as well as I think it could have gone at this point. Honestly, I think the SA should have dropped it, the state's attorney. But
yeah,
for those of you that don't know, I could give a little synopsis.
Yeah, if you can give a little background. Yeah.
Sure. So I went to court on Monday, May 20th, with Windy City Youth Watch, Corn Freak, Juanita, and Hellgear showed up there too in support. And pretty much the state's attorney did not drop it. They were going through with it. But when the judge called for Chadwick, I was the first one called. Chadwick Burke, hello, are you there? And he wasn't. And his attorney did show, though, and he is Joe Escala, the father of the groom who just had a wedding on Saturday, and he is the head of Dream Exchange LLC here in Chicago, who funds the Chicago Ord hugely, and that's how they were able to open, by his funding through millions and millions of dollars.
Whoa.
He's a lawyer that hasn't practiced in years. He has no malpractice insurance. The chat found this out very quickly because we were wondering, because
I know the chat is great.
No, we loved it. We were outside of the courthouse because there was some limbo, because the judge said, okay, he's not here. Why is he not here? And the lawyer said, well, he has a family emergency. And if we know Scientology, we know that, and he's been missing in action for about 8 to 9 days now here in Chicago. And we
really, no one's seen him?
No one's seen him. Plus, get this, about half of the staff have turned over. We have brand new staff here at the org now that we've never seen before.
Really?
Yeah, and like half of them are gone. So it's very weird. We'll find out more in the coming days. Stay tuned. But anyways, they said, the judge was like, that's no excuse. He has to be here. Case is dismissed, but he has 160 days to refile. If he chooses to appear, he has to they have to refile. So it's possible, but the MO of Scientology, kind of doubt it.
Right, because they'll be embarrassed, I would think.
They'll be embarrassed, especially I took Natalie's suggestions and the chat suggestions when I went on there the other day, and I've contacted on a secure phone line some newspaper places, and some places have already taken my story. I'm not sure if they won't air, but I've reached out to Spanish speaking places because I speak Spanish, very smaller places that could blow up. But just that alone, I mean, we need to reach the Latino community because they're hitting hard here.
Right,
so, the word is out, and more word will be coming out soon too. So we'll see if it gets picked up. I'm kind of Not sure if it will, because we did do a similar thing for March 3rd, the big protest, and nothing was picked up then.
Really?
But
Really?
this is kind of a funny case, so maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
So yeah, and anyways, the lawyers after were, well, I should say Escala tried to get another case on the books while my lawyer and I stepped out of the room. Juanita was savvy enough to catch that the guy was trying to do this, and this is a big no-no to talk to the court.
Right. You have to be present, right?
So
They
the
can't.
judge was like, no, you guys need to have a conversation elsewhere. We're on to another case.
Good.
And they talked for a couple of hours. I talked to my lawyer. We were kind of in limbo for about 2 hours. Lawyer called
Mhm.
me, interrupted a live I was doing, and he told me, yeah, it is still dropped. There is no date set yet. He may still try to file a date, but we'll see. And he also
Yeah.
said that Escala was like the other lawyer, the scientist lawyer, said that, oh, we're just really scared here. The Scientologists are really scared because these protesters are coming out
With their
almost
boobs swinging.
out. Right. That's what my lawyer said. You mean, okay, so someone got hit by a boob brushing against them? What that's scary? He kind of made fun of it, and the other lawyer did kind of like roll his eyes and smirk a little bit. I think you have to when someone says that to you. But anyways,
That's insane.
so that's it pretty much in a recap. I mean, we'll see what
Right.
happens.
Good. Well, I'm so glad that it got thrown out for now, right? So they would have to completely refile,
And I
that
would
would
just
be
have to be
ridiculous.
notified, beforehand. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I just want to go through some of the comments because I was starting as I went along. And Exile New Yorker, the boob ninjas here. This is not going to go away. I mean, this is just so classic.
No, the jokes will keep coming, I think, for quite a while.
I was dying when you were on with Natalie yesterday or the other 2 days ago. Oh my God. It was hilarious. Allie Belly Beat, Nancy's looking so less stressed. You do. You look great.
Yeah.
You
I
feeling?
actually slept a little bit yesterday and the night before last night. So it's better.
Yeah. FXP says family emergency. Right. They're not even really allowed to see their families.
Spot. It's okay.
Aw.
It's okay, honey.
Talking to you.
Yes.
Aw. We'll let you go soon. Poor baby. Somebody there.
I don't know. They're good guard dogs. If they
well, that's good. Won't let anybody come at you. Nico thinks DJ Nico thinks Chad is in the RPF. What do you think?
That's what. Yeah, some people have told me like this is their MO. If this drew negative attention to the church, and they probably did send him off somewhere. But,
yeah, that's weird because don't you think that they encouraged him to file charges?
But he got so angry, he didn't really keep his TRs in, and
true.
Whoops,
mine doesn't work.
Worry or pay more attention to that. So yeah, he didn't keep his TRs in. You could tell he was angry. He kept pushing it, and now it's a case that is just right up in his face. It's all over, YouTube.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, and OS is watching that, and so they're afraid of how the story can backfire on them. I mean,
they must be laughing too. I mean, this is I don't care who you are,
right?
Amy said shuffling staff around. They do that a lot, right? Yeah. This says pretty much the same thing. Chadwick might be embarrassed, but also might have been shipped out of the jurisdiction. And that's what they do. They have special funds, according to Matt Pesh. When something would happen, there was a flap. They had a fund to basically traffic people away from situations like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. FXP. But Your Honor, her boob touched me and I was terrified. Oh, my pearls. Too funny. Yes, thank you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. If you're not subbed to Nance, you're missing out. That's right. At Nance Drew on YouTube. And so what are your plans? I mean, now that what's that?
I'll be out this weekend.
Yay. Okay.
Fully prepared. I have cameras everywhere. Ones that are on Wi-Fi, not on Bluetooth.
Nice.
SD cards, all of the different type of technology, so they can try all they
Good.
want. I'll have tons of camera angles.
And you have a body cam,
And
and
I
you
have,
have
yes, body cam. If I can park in front, I'll have cameras all over the car. The car is loaded with cameras now.
good, and you're going out with your friends. Have
Yes, I'll
people
be
with
with
you,
people.
different
Yes,
angles.
different angles.
Good, good. And so you are going to be popping into the chatathon, right?
Oh yes, Saturday night
Awesome.
I will be in the chatathon. So
Yay. I'm so excited. Can't wait. I think it's going to be really fun. So, yeah, so I was going to ask you this coming can't remember what the date was. It was around Juneteenth, but that the org is they're advertising with flyers that they're having a Juneteenth celebration for
yes,
people of color.
yep.
And
Guess what's one of the new? Well, I don't want to say specifically which
okay,
newspapers I've reached out to, but one is related to that. I'll just put it that way.
really.
Yes.
So this will be interesting. I hope that the community comes out and be like, what is going on here? You know, yikes. Oh, whoops. Not this one. Nipple cam. Yeah, we see selfless here. Awesome.
So
Selfless self. Great to see you, friend. Freaking awesome. Nancy's back. Yes. Look out. Chicago Scientology. Boobs are loose. Yes.
yes,
Boobs on the loose.
glad you found your car too, Selfless. I watched
Oh
that
my
video.
God. Yes. Selfish. You found your car. I hope you get really good insurance
Yeah, right.
to restore it or to replace it. Definitely. Pasties. Oh, jeez. They're just gonna keep coming. You know, the jokes are just never ending.
It's
Never
all
ending.
good. I love it all.
Yeah, I got some theta tatas. Yeah, I've been rotating the emojis because I only get so many.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if I remembered, I would have brought the boobs back. But I think I still have some in there.
Yeah.
I got the
I
squirrel with
want
the
to.
boobs.
I want to work on the squirrel. If you said you use Canva, I might try that to make the bra maybe a little whiter so that it just pops out a little bit more.
Wider, yeah, yeah. Or I can play with it. But if you have Canva, yeah, you can make your
I
own.
don't. I think you mentioned that you have it. I don't
Oh,
even.
okay, yeah, I can fix it. I can either make it darker or lighter. Sure. We can make it like white. Yeah, I can absolutely do that. And yeah, and then I just make it like a PNG so it takes the background away.
Oh, okay. That's how you do that. Because I had
Yeah.
trouble with my original emojis. Okay.
Yeah, you just turn it around. The only thing is if you have something that's white or like really dark and people's screens are either white or black usually. So you want to make sure it's going to show up on either. Cuz I made the mistake with the white pearls that I made the pearl emoji for Aaron. Nobody could see it if they had a white screen, they couldn't see the pearls.
I see.
So, yeah. Yeah, so anyways, this is going to be exciting. Did you see the flyer that I made?
No, I didn't catch the very beginning. I've been
Okay,
getting
let
ready
me
for
pop
PT because I have PT
that
this
up.
morning.
All right. I put it on my community page. So if anybody wants to share it, be awesome. And these are the people that we have so far. Let me go here. Let's just make sure it came up. All right, there we go. So I was doing that at like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh wow, yeah. Some of those names came in late.
Yeah. So so it's a 10-hour chatathon to benefit this SPTV Foundation. It will kick off this Saturday, May 25th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Here are the guests who have confirmed so far. We hope you can join us for a night of fun and laughter as we come together to support this great cause. Please share this post and help spread the word. And so we got the chatathon and the information. It's Saturday, May 25th, 8 p.m. to Sunday. And I got Eastern. I got to fix that as soon as I get off here. Eastern time, because the time zones are just all crazy. Hosted by Clearwater Chat, Paul on the Go, and Marilyn Honig. I probably should mention that it's the 1-year anniversary of the chatathon. This will be the 5th one, I believe. And these are all the guests. And there you are, Nance. We got Selfless Self in the chat. And we got, if you guys, can you see those from where you are? You see the names all right?
Mm-hmm.
Nance?
Yeah, I see it perfectly.
Okay. All right. I didn't
Yep,
know if it was
good.
big enough.
Yeah, Saul
All
is
right.
here too. Yep.
Yeah, and I will be doing at least one giveaway throughout the night, and we'll see about doing some more. So yeah, it should be really fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, keep us posted on what's going on. Fingers crossed there won't be any more boob incidents.
Right. I'm also keeping my distance. So.
Yes. Yeah. She who has the boobs has the power. Yep. That's right. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. All right, Nance, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And again, thank you.
Anytime.
Memberships. I just wanted to show a little bit of appreciation back to the channel. And it's the least I could do. And thanks again.
Absolutely. Anytime. So let's do a room raid. I love doing those room raids. Those are really fun. So we've got, let's see. Who haven't we done yet? Z News, Kansas City. How about that one? All right. Just got to load it real quick. We haven't rated Z News yet. All right. Let me put that in the chat. So let's go over and do a room raid to Z News in Kansas City. And I'll do the outro. And if you want to stick around for a second, Nance, so we can chat for a minute. So, all right, everybody, thanks for being here and have a great day. We will talk to you soon. Bye. Zenu Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.